Hey guys, so one of the main thing that people ask me about is like if you're not using treats, then what do you use? You must be abusing the dog. Well, I'm a dog lover first. I'm a dog lover first. This means I'm not going to do anything that you don't agree with or break the dog's spirit or personality. That being said, I don't rely heavily on the use of treats. I rely on praise, affection, dog psychology, leadership, diverse method. Diverse method means you use what works for that owner and that dog. Remember, every dog is different. Every dog's age is different. Every dog's breed is different. Every dog's size is different. Every dog's past is different. Their history, what they lived like all this time. You change all the time. Your age, your size, your strength, your mobility, all that makes a difference. So maybe I will not need to use a pinch collar. I won't need to use a pinch collar on your dog, but you do. Maybe the dog's more strong for you. Maybe the dog's, way more hyper for you. Maybe the dog's not listening to your wife, but listens to you, or vice versa. So you gotta see what works for you and the dog, right? The goal is results, and the goal is not breaking your dog's personality. Now, there are times that you do have to use a shock collar. I recommend it. If I see that your dog needs it, I recommend it. Then I leave it up to you. Most trainers use shock collars, guys, for extreme situations. Barking nonstop, chasing someone or something, barking to the fence with a neighbor's dog, nipping constantly. If you see that the dog, wants to kill your cat, the dog doesn't come back when you call it. You go to the dog park for like 15 minutes, your dog comes back to you after 4 hours. For extreme situations, you need to use extreme stuff. So again, you could use treats with my method at the end of a training session, but if you do it before each command, you're bribing. And then they say after a while, you don't need to use treats all the time. Let the dog work for free or be trained for free. Well, would you still work for your company if they stop paying you? No, you wouldn't. So how I think is, make the dog understand you have to do it because I said so, because I'm the mommy, I'm the leader, I'm the one in charge, not because of hot dog bribery. So you want to use positive reinforcement without the treats. A lot of time when you say positive reinforcement, it always goes with hot dog, beef jerky, stuff like that. Again, you want to rely on praise, leadership, psychology, and a diverse method. Not cheese, hot dog, pepperoni, and sausage. The tools, again, you have an open mind with me. I will go over pros and cons of each tool, then I'll leave it up to you. I will make my recommendation. I do this for a living, you don't. I'll say this tool, for example, harnesses don't work. I know you may say, well, he's not choking himself. That's because he's not trained. If a dog is trained, when they're trained by me, you can look at my YouTube videos. You'll see slow and fast, dogs slowing down, speeding up on command. When the dog's trained, they don't need to be on a harness. Retractable leashes are not a really, really bad invention. Dogs pull you wherever they go, It's like a thin cord. It could get stuck in your leg and the dog leg. It could cut them. I've seen it fall apart when the dog, lunged to the end of it. I use retractable leash if I have a dog that is afraid or shy to pee or poop in front of me. Let them go walk away all the way there, and then they can pee or poop. Like say if you live in an apartment or something. Otherwise, it's good for scent dogs. If you have a dog that goes scent, they find a scent, use a retractable leash. So I go over what works, what doesn't. Choke chains, I don't care for them. It gets stuck, and the fur, you gotta really pop the leash really hard. So every tool has its pros and cons, But at the end of the day, guys, your goal is results. You want to be happy. You don't want to get kicked out of your place. You don't want to get sued. You don't want to, lose your home insurance. All that. You don't want argument over the dog. You don't want to put the dog down. You don't want to rehome the dog, So if you have to zap the dog a few times, so what? As long as the dog gets it and is going to live with you happily ever after, not be put down. Would you rather shock the dog or kill the dog? Which one's more important? So again, certain situation, if your dog needs a shock collar, I'll mention it on the phone. If not, I won't, But just know my method is the diverse method. I find what works for you and your dog. Thank you.